So the campaign for president started. I'm so glad Bob Schieffer thought to tell me that. Stand by for a, you know what? No. Let's just start doing shots until November, shall we? Oh yeah, there's your hair of the dog.
Today on Face the Nation, and they're off. And we're not talking Kentucky Derby. We're talking Campaign 2012.
We have come too far to abandon the change we fought for these past few years.
Thank you, Bob Schieffer. Still, pretty impressive scene. You had the crowds, the signs, the crowds, the speech, the crowds, the cheers, the crowds. What they didn't tell you is they had to zoom the camera way in so you wouldn't see the place was actually half empty. You know what this is, don't you? I don't have to tell you? All right. On now to top guest, Newt. And his campaign might be over, but that does not mean he's finished attacking Obama. Check this out.
Barack Obama was wrong about change. I mean, he said yesterday change is still the issue. Well, we've had change. More Americans have lost jobs. More Americans have had their homes foreclosed. More Americans have paid more for gasoline. More Americans have been driven into poverty. I mean, we've seen a lot of change under Barack Obama. The sad thing is, almost all of it's been negative.
Yeah, still knows how to throw a punch. I told you over a year ago that Newt was never going to be president, but I'm going to miss the guy. I really will. So before we go, just one more bit.
Would you pick me to be vice presidential nominee? I mean, I am so much my own agent. It would be, it's inconceivable.
Inconceivable! I have to play the clip, don't I? Yeah, you're going to make me play the clip? All right, here's the clip.
Inconceivable! You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Good news for me, you, and the entire world. Jake Tapper was back on this week. George Stephanopoulos had spent Saturday with his kids at Disney World, where he was arrested for impersonating a dwarf. So, good going, Jake, and his leadoff guest, David Axelrod. Watch now as he does the flop sweat tango.
Now, we have a lot of headwinds. The president said yesterday we have to be vigilant, we have to be persistent. We've got headwinds from Europe and the Middle East and so on. But we have to push forward, and Congress can help. The president has offered a series of ideas.
Congress ideas. That's right, it's the big gulp. The lie is so big, not even David Axelrod can swallow it. You know what? Someday I'm sure somebody else is going to win this one, but, well, not before November. You know it's true. There was one piece of actual news from Axelrod, and I suppose it might even be true, so here you go.
When can we expect to see ads about the president's record run by the Obama campaign?
In this coming week, you'll see us unveil an advertising campaign, an extensive advertising campaign that is very much about where we were and where we've come and the things that we've accomplished.
That positive ad campaign boasting about Obama's achievements was just unveiled this morning, and it's called You'd Better Hope for Morning America, because Mitt Romney is secretly a vampire who will drain your blood in the middle of the night. So, it's uplifting stuff. Let's go to the slam of the week, courtesy of George No Holds Barred Will.
If you struck from Barack Obama's vocabulary the first person singular pronoun, he would fall silent, which would be a mercy to us and a service to him, actually.
Now, apparently the president was watching because he took that charge personally, and he actually went on YouTube for a rebuttal.
That was true for the.
Let's get back to the tax the rich.
So
rebuttal, get it? Yeah, best speaker who ever lived. But I am going to give this one to George Will on points. Well earned. Just one thing on Fox News Sunday that was worth covering. Florida Senator Marco Rubio, and remember, he does not want to be vice president. Well, his lips say no.
The president we have today is a typical Washington politician that's prone to hyperbole and divisiveness and false outrage, and I think it's very sad to watch.
Being president is hard. You know, Rubio would sound a lot more believable when he says he's not gunning for Veep if he weren't doing such a great job of gunning for Veep. And, oh, you know what, you Rubio birthers, stop. Just stop, okay? Please, I'm trying to help you, okay? Help me help you. Cut it out. Let's move on now to Meet the Press and headline guest, Vice President Joe Biden. And Joe wants you to pay attention to the trend on job creation. So, pay attention.
By the way, job numbers have been reevaluated. It's up to 150,000. The month before, in February, it's up to 250. Look, this goes up and down, but there's been a steady path. 26 months straight employment gain, private employment, and but there's a lot more to do.
Yes, by all means, Joe, let's take a look at that trend, shall we? What's that, Mr. Biden? You say Mitt Romney is a vampire who will come suck my blood in the middle of the night? Oh, yeah? Well, Obama eats dog. 6 more months of that. And just one more clip from Joe Biden. This time he's talking about, I never know what the hell Joe Biden is talking about. Let's just run the clip.
This is the greatest recession in the history of America, short of a depression. And if these guys would get out of the way, for example, had they passed our jobs bill, all the experts said it would have created 2 million more jobs. 2 million more jobs.
All the experts agree that it would have been just 2 million jobs. So I want to know, who are the experts? Well, here they are.
The actors are calling for an emergency meeting. Already expected to attend are Helen Hunt, George Clooney, Liv Tyler, Martin Sheen, Susan Sarandon, Janine Garofalo, and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.